Please welcome Director PJ Raval and guests from Performing Arts.
Aging is a universal thing, right? The idea of self-acceptance, the idea of searching for your community and the importance of community, I think is all a very universal, whether you're gay or straight, black, white, young, old. When you make a film like this and you're following someone's life and your life is also unfolding at the same time, you definitely take a different kind of relationship to it. It also marks a certain time in your lifetime as well.
Now, you're now living full-time in Portland, yes?
Yes, I'm now full-time in Portland. I have an Oregon driver's license and all. And I'm trying to sell the place in Florida if anyone's interested.
It's a fixer-upper. And Robert, how has your health been?
Well, they finally figured out that I'm not diabetic. That's why I was having all these problems, right? And so I just watch what I eat and just go on my pills. But I get bad headaches and I feel bad. But now it's day by day.
Well, you're looking back on it. So.
So gentlemen,
I went ahead and dyed my hair with powder.
Oh, okay.
I look like Snow White. Everybody liked the gray except for me. You don't have to get up every morning to look at it.
What was the process for finding your 3 subjects? How did you go about that?
Yeah, so initially when I started, I thought, okay, this could make a really interesting documentary. I started doing research and I found Rainbow Vista. And so I came out there and Dennis happened to be there just visiting to see the facility. And I interviewed a bunch of the residents there for research. And then I ended up going to Florida, I think like maybe 2 months afterwards, and started filming Dennis there. And that kind of became the beginning of the documentary. And the way that you experience the documentary is kind of the way that I actually discovered everyone. So, I discovered Rainbow Vista first, and then I, heard of Sage in New York and ended up going out there. And the funny thing is, Ty, who's featured in the film, Ty Martin, he was supposed to be the person who was supposed to introduce me to people in the community that I might be interested in making subjects. And of course, he's so interesting himself that within like the first day I started following him around was Harlem Day, where you see him out on this, out in Harlem Day, like flyering and, tabling. And I just thought he's such an interesting person, and I really admired what he was doing, so I started filming him. I filmed the 2 of them for about 6 months, I would say, and then I always wanted a third storyline. And I had always heard a lot about Galveston. I had never been here before, but I had heard that there was a large senior population. I had heard that it had very vibrant gay bars. And so just kind of putting 2 and 2 together, I figured I might as well come down here and see what's happening. And if you, as you guys know, if you show up in Galveston, you ask anything about gay seniors or a gay bar, they're going to send you to Robert's Lafitte, right? So I went to Lafitte's, and within 24 hours, I met Robert, and I found my third storyline.
What did you think of PJ?
I think he's a very nice young man.
I'm going to try to be kind. He was extremely patient and extremely persistent. However, he also made it extremely easy to just talk to him, and I thought that was amazing.
I thought it was about time somebody did something and show how we have been working to help each other. There's lots of us out there, and they may expect the rest of you to take our place.
Sure. So what kind of impact has this film has had on your lives, being subjects of it?
It has really had quite an impact. I've gone to quite a few showings of the film, and I was really surprised and delighted by the outpouring of friendship I felt from the audience. So I really thank you all very much.
I'd like to throw it over to the audience, actually. Does anyone out there have questions? I'm sure there must be plenty. Right there.
Ty, did you get married?
I was so afraid that was going to come.
The thing that I'm always left with is, Ty, did you ever get a proposal?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Did you ever get a proposal?
Anna, are you guys planning to get married? You and your,
I was having a wonderful time until we brought that up again.
Assuming that Stanton has seen the movie, what was his reaction to
it? Well, yes, Stanton has seen the film a couple of times with me, and what is his reaction? I have no idea. But what I do know is that I definitely outed him. And I do know that he really does love me, and it has nothing to do with not marrying me.
You know what's really great, what I discovered making this film, is that everyone sitting here, I relate to them. And I think it's one of the things that's so great is I feel like Ty says it in the film, he says, gay marriage is like an iPod in the 70s. And I started thinking about, wow, I have now marched in the New York City Gay Pride Parade right after gay marriage passed. I never thought I would do that. I had never been on a cruise before. I had never attended a gay wedding, definitely not a gay legal wedding. And so I started thinking about how all these things that are being experienced in the film, I experienced them too. And when I do think about that, what is that iPod now? I have no idea, but there's something really exciting about that. It's that idea of I don't even know what that advancement and progress is going to be in the future. I don't know what that is. And so there's something exciting about that. And I love the fact that I feel like everyone in the film, one of the reasons why I was so interested in following them is they're constantly, changing. And they're just constantly discovering who they are. They're constantly responding to the environment changing and who they're meeting. And I love that idea that, for me, I would love to think that when I'm 80, that I would still be enjoying life and discovering new things, that it will never get stale or stagnant somehow.